Hey guys, and welcome to episode number 8 of the Modern Gaming Weekly Podcast. This is the Able Geek, Able himself, and I'm joined with Bearded, Jalapeno, and Brown Baymax for this episode. And we're going to be talking about the most anticipated games that we're looking forward to for late 2021, going into 2022, and also some of the hardware as well in 2022. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. This was a fun one to record with those two guys, and unfortunately Bento is out of town, so he wasn't able to record this one, but we still gave him the shout out at the end. It was still show the love to the Bento box. I hope you guys enjoy episode number 8, upcoming games for 2021-2022. Hey, and welcome to episode number 8 of the Modern Gaming Weekly Podcast. I'm your host, the Able Geek, Able himself, and I'm joined with Brown Baymax and Beardy today. It's just the three of us, guys, just the three amigos today. The trifecta, if you will. How you guys feeling tonight?
Pretty good, just having some good laughs.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, we've probably should have started about an hour ago. We've just been BSing.
Yeah, it's been hilarious, actually.
Yeah, a lot of talk of things other than gaming, but
you don't want to share?
We'll save that for the second podcast. Yeah. We'll save that for the Patreon. The OnlyFans. There you go. But we're going to be talking about some upcoming games that are coming out in late 2021, early 2022. And just go into some of those games, some of the stuff we're looking forward to, and just talk about some of these games that are coming out. So we're watching the trailer for Ghostwater Tokyo right now. And this game looks freaking amazing. I had not even heard of this game until today. So what do you guys think about this game so far, looking at it?
I think it's amazing. I'm not super into horror games, but it definitely looks like if BioShock and like Dead by Daylight had a baby, and I'm super for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was announced, I want to say, if I remember right, a few years ago, 2-3 years ago. And I've been looking forward to this. I mean, it's been a minute since I've seen something. I didn't know they came out with another trailer. But yeah, I'm down for it. I mean, it's the creators of Evil the Within, so I'm down.
Yeah, it looks really good. Wonder if it got delayed maybe due to the pandemic, but looks like it's going to be a PS5 exclusive. How do you guys feel about it? Honestly, this is the first PlayStation that wasn't really like hyped to get. And I don't have one, and I probably won't have one for a while, considering also they're hard to find still.
Yeah.
But, also they didn't have a lot of good launch titles, in my opinion, or games that are coming out right after the release. So I just didn't get hyped to get one. You guys think that you would get PS5 for this game?
Yeah,
I would.
definitely.
If it was available.
That's a good point. Yeah.
If it was existent, Sony listened to this podcast, put more out there.
Hook it up, Sony.
Yeah, hook it up, man. Yeah, PS5, and like I don't want to get too off track off of the Ghostwire Tokyo, but PS5, like I always waited for like that futuristic design. You get those concept designs, and you're like, oh, it's never going to look like that, but it would be cool if it did. And this is the first time where they came out with that kind of futuristic concept looking design, and I'm not a big fan of it. I don't really like the way it looks much. So, I don't know how you guys feel about it.
It's a binder. It technically is. My mom has one, and I had to set it up and everything. So, I mean, it is an interesting shape.
Yeah.
It could have been a lot better, like keep it the same way as like the PS4 Pro is. But I mean, that it's Sony for them, so can't do much about it.
Yeah, and for someone who like collects game consoles, and I have game consoles I have to dust, monthly because they get dusty. This is like the worst design for to try to keep a system dust free. It is just has so many ridges and grooves. I'm gonna have to be taking an aerosol can to that thing at least once a month.
So you could take off both side panels and clean them very well.
Oh, can you?
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Seems like a lot of work.
It does seem. Yeah, I mean,
I just want to dust and go, man. You know.
That is cool that they make them removable, though. I didn't know that at all. So,
yes, sir.
okay. Well, the more you know. Baymax coming in here with that knowledge.
That knowledge.
That knowledge.
Snap.
But yeah, so getting back to Ghostwater Tokyo, it looks freaking awesome to me when I was watching the trailer today. It just looks, something like futuristic. What was that other game that came out not too long ago with Keanu Reeves?
Cyberpunk.
There you go. Yeah, it's kind of something like that mixed with horror. It's just different, and definitely like the way it looks. Yeah, and like you mentioned, it's Bethesda, PS5 exclusive. It looks like maybe we get it on Steam.
Maybe. I'm hoping
there's a chance. Yeah, if we do, I'd definitely pick it up.
I could see it coming out for PC as well. So I mean, they're not going to keep it just only for the console, because they'll probably make more on PC.
True. Yeah, I would think so. And with Bethesda being just bought out recently, we have to kind of see where that goes, where a lot of these business decisions go with some of these new games.
So I mean, Bethesda got bought out by Microsoft, but we're getting a Sony exclusive.
Yeah.
So that means Microsoft is working with Sony.
Well, it might have been that this game was in production before the buyout, so maybe they're just obligated to make it for PS. Maybe that was something in the works prior, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
that is odd though.
TBD.
But if you haven't checked out the trailer for Ghostwater Tokyo, I'd highly recommend going and checking it out. This looks like one of those must-own games. I just hope it kind of lives up to the hype of the trailer, because it looks like there's a lot to it. It doesn't really give too much as far as what the story is, but as far as the action in the game, it looks awesome. Kind of now, PC Gamer, the website, this is what they had to say about it. They say the new gameplay reveal trailer shows that we'll be playing in first person, and our protagonist seems to be wielding a lot of magical abilities through hand gestures. Think Skyrim spellcasting, but a bit more complex. And I haven't really played much Skyrim. I don't know if you guys have, but what do you guys think about that? Have you guys played Skyrim?
Got bored in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Same.
I'm not gonna lie. I've always been a big Fallout fan.
Yeah.
But Skyrim,
it was the same for me too. Yeah, I played it just briefly, and I was like, it's not for me. But yeah, the spellcasting aspect looks awesome on it. I love games where you can cast spells and stuff. That's one thing I loved about. This is way back when, but games like Hexen and Heretic versus like Doom, where you would just use a lot of guns. In those games, you can hold like staves and cast spells and stuff like that. And I always thought that was pretty cool for games back then. And
the graphics for the spells look really, really good too. They did a really good job, like differentiating all of them and bringing a couple of them that I really haven't seen before. Like they were holding like bubbles in their hand, which I thought was really, really cool, and they did really nice textures and.
They can start getting super creative here with what they can do graphically. So I mean, sky's the limit now as far as what they want to put in the game. It's just going to be up to the kind of imagination now of the creators and programmers and artists, etc.
And the technology of the day.
Yeah.
What your PC or your PS5 can actually run. Because I mean, we're going to get to a point where they're pushing the limits of the PS5, and then that's where we're going to get this PS6. So like, I'm interested to see like what the difference between the early stuff and the later stuff is also.
Yeah, for sure. This looks like a cool game to play in VR too. I don't play much VR, but it just looks like one of those that would be cool to, look like you're casting spells and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, definitely get into it.
Yeah.
100%.
And so definitely going to pick this one up if I can get a PS5, if it's PlayStation exclusive. If I can get it on PC, I'll probably aim for the PC. Another one coming out slated for late 2021 is Diablo 2, which is the remake of Diablo 2, because that's a game that came out a while back.
I thought it was a remaster.
Or it might be a remaster.
I think it's a remaster instead of a remake.
It says resurrected, so yeah, it might be they remastered it. But graphically, it looks a lot better. Did you guys ever play the original Diablo 2 or Diablo 3?
I played Diablo 2 when it came out, and I mean, the graphics were terrible, but I mean, you gotta look how old Diablo 2 is.
Yeah.
But I played Diablo 2 and 3, and I mean, I loved both games. So I'm happy that they're going back to Diablo 2, because a lot of people still play Diablo 2, and and it's an amazing game.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those classic ones. I never beat it back in the day, but I did get pretty far in it. So, yeah, having a chance to jump in with some better graphics now should be fun. Have you ever played those, Beardy?
I remember my cousin playing Diablo 2 when I was younger, but I didn't really get to play it until I was older. But I played a little bit of Diablo 3. But the new Resurrected looks really, really pretty. It's just not a game I ever like super sunk a lot of time into.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks cool. Would I get it? Probably not.
It's a good franchise. I know they have Diablo 4 that's coming out here pretty soon. The trailer for that is sick. I can't wait to play that one either. But yeah, I definitely want to go back because I haven't beat Diablo 2 or 3. They're just and like Diablo 2 is such a long game, dude. It takes so long to beat it. You have to put a lot of hours into it, and but I think I'm going to go back and get this Diablo 2 resurrected and play it. I do play some Blizzard games here and there, so I was kind of had a heads up on this one for a while. It looks interesting. I kind of like those. What is it like? What's the name for these type of games?
It's not roguelike.
Would be considered like a
dungeon crawler.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like dungeon.
That would be
crawler
a dungeon
/
crawler.
RPG. Yeah. Yeah, very cool game. And 3 was good. 4, I've only seen cinematics for it, which the cinematics for Blizzard are always amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely want to see some gameplay of the new Diablo 4 that's coming out. But yeah, this one I'll probably get. This is a game I'd probably play on my own. I wouldn't like stream it or anything. But yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Hell yeah.
The other one that's coming out also, this one in 2022, Somerville, slated for 2022 from developer Jumpship. This is probably the one I know least about, just because I just saw the trailer. I try to read up on it, but I haven't found much information. But it looks like it's an indie game.
I mean, it looks like an indie game, but it's not like it's not going to be like a AAA title like Gears or Halo.
Yeah, no, yeah, this looks definitely like a indie game. It almost looks like a post-apocalyptic, type game where you're running around surviving.
Yes, yeah, I remember. Because if I watched this one on E3, I think we all did, because I think we were hanging out in my Discord. Like, you have to like survive the environment and all this other stuff. It reminds me of what's that game called? Is it called
Street Fighter
Alone?
2 Turbo?
No, I think it was like Alone or
Oh yeah, no, I remember Alone. Yeah.
Oh, what's that other game that I'm thinking of? Limbo.
Oh, Limbo. I haven't played
It
that
looks
one.
like the creators of Limbo.
Yeah, it looks interesting. This one, I mean, I'll check it out. I don't know. From the trailer, it looks like it's probably like slow progression. It looks like it probably gets more difficult as you get later into the game. it doesn't look like it's going to be one of those that's like super like action packed right off the bat. But the trailer looks interesting. We're watching the trailer right now in the Discord, and graphically it looks good. That's a cool thing about indie games nowadays too. Is I mean, graphically they can match up with some of these bigger, companies, bigger developers. But they still have that certain kind of like indie style to them, depending on the genre. What about you, Bear? Do you think you'd pick this one up?
Oh yeah, I'd definitely pick this one up. I really like the art style and just graphically what they're putting out there, and yeah, this can definitely, compete with a AAA title. Like, I think that's a great thing that the indie companies have is if they can really hit a mood or a style, then the game is going to do really, really well and can compete with those kinds of titles. Because at the end of the day, we can only buy so many games every year, unless you're Bill Gates or something. But I think this is definitely one that I would pick up over something like a Halo or a Call of Duty or something like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. And being the artist of the group, Beardy, do you know what? Is there a specific name for this art style here, or is it?
It's probably something along the lines of low poly. Like it has a lot of polys, but it's a really blocky sort of style. So maybe a low poly style.
Gotcha. Cool deal, man.
So, and I wanted to correct myself. The game is not called Alone. It's called Inside. That's what it reminds me of.
Inside. Okay. I was gonna say I remember Alone too, but it's like probably a completely different game. All right, but yeah. So this one, I'd pick it up. This is probably one of those ones I'd probably wait for a Steam sale, but definitely like to check it out. How about you, Bay?
I wouldn't wait for a Steam sale. I'll probably pick it up first day to play it,
even if it's $99. No, I'm just
kidding. It's basically my type of game. So it's those type of games that I play. That just catches my eye, and like Inside caught my eye. Like for the longest time, I didn't play it because lack of work. But from there, just looking at the gameplay, and looking at the trailer, I'm not gonna say no. I was like that interests me because it's like an indie title.
Yeah.
Hey guys, just a quick interruption here for a quick plug for our Patreon. We do have a Patreon available if you enjoy the podcast and you want to support it. You can actually visit us at patreon.com/Modern Gaming Weekly. We do have 3 tiers available for support, and all profit goes right back into the podcast to bring you weekly episodes and to provide more and better content. So you can get early access to episodes, get mentioned in the YouTube Patreon episode credits, suggest topics for the show, as well as get behind-the-scenes photos and videos of the homemaking process here of the podcast. It's pretty interesting. So please check out the Patreon. It is greatly appreciated by all of us here at the show, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode. Thank you.
Yeah, it's definitely what I look for these days. I'm not big on AAA games anymore, and a lot of these indie games are usually a little bit less expensive, so it's definitely within my wheelhouse. And if the art style looks beautiful, then that's all the better,
Yeah, looks like this could be kind of like a chill game to play. Like I feel like it's gonna have some good music. I feel like it's gonna be one of those games you can kind of just chill and play, relax. It's not gonna be too anxiety inducing like some of the other games that we normally play. But yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I'm kind of 50-50 with the indie and AAA games. Just whatever catches my eye, and this one, definitely looks pretty good. Next one I want to talk about though, Wizard with a Gun. This is one that we were watching together, Bay. I remember.
Yes, we were like, "What the hell is his name?"
Wizard with a Gun. Yeah, it's that's an interesting title. And this one also slated for 2022. The description got from it was players will battle creatures in randomized overworld biomes, gather resources, and create spells in bullet form back at their base. I don't really know what that means, but it looks interesting. A wizard with a gun. What do you think, man?
I think that's a game that I would probably get as well because it involves a little bit of like alchemy to it.
Yeah,
and like you're building bullets to kill your opponent. So, it's a funny ass title.
Yeah.
If I remember right, it was It reminded me of what's that game?
Was
Like
it
a Don't
Don't
Starve
Starve? Yeah.
art style to it.
Yeah.
But from there, it was like, okay, we're just gonna shoot through our enemies, but creating bullets.
Yeah, and it had a really cool like kind of like animated intro to it. I think that we were just kind of watching that for a while, wondering what the gameplay was going to look like. And then when they showed the gameplay, yeah, it did kind of look like something like Don't Starve. Um, Interesting though. I like the fact that you can have your custom like little wizard, and they have all these different abilities. But as far as the gameplay, I'm still kind of trying to figure out like what the point of the game is. I guess I don't know if it's going to be like a battle royale, or if you're just surviving elements, or fighting NPCs, or what it's going to be.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think about that one, Beardy?
I think this is definitely one that I would probably wait for a Steam sale on.
Yeah.
I love the art style; it looks like a comic book, and I love the animation on it so far from what the trailer was showing.
Yeah.
But it's not my typical game that I go to. So
Yeah,
probably,
the animated intro was amazing. Like I was
yeah.
wanting to see just like a movie of that when this when they launched this trailer. It was the E3 right that we're
It
watching.
was it was the Devolver Digital E3 conference that they were having on the side, because Devolver announced quite a few games.
Mhm.
Because they announced the Wizard with a Gun. They announced what else did they announce? They announced a bunch of games. There was one that's just only exclusively that's coming out for the Switch only, and
Yeah.
I can't figure out the name. What was it? Um, it was called Demon Throttle. That's
Oh,
one that we should talk about soon as well.
Demon Throttle. Is that another upcoming game?
Yep, it's an upcoming game for next year.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out here. Demon Throttle.
Demon Throttle.
I'm gonna pull that one up so we can talk about it also. But yeah, Wizard with a Gun looks pretty cool. I would probably, I agree with Beardy. I'd probably wait for like some kind of Steam sale for that one to check it out. But hopefully they make a some kind of movie out of that, man. Because
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I got more excited for that than anything. The game style, like as far as like Don't Starve, it's not something that normally appeals to me. That's why I don't really play Don't Starve. It's not my
Yeah,
kind of
same.
not my kind of game. But animation's cool. I don't know what it reminds me of. Kind of reminds me of like
What was that one? It was like a dungeon crawler.
Oh, Enter the Gungeon.
No, it was more. It was darker than that. It was like a horror game.
as far as
Had like a comic book style to it. What was that? It was on the Switch.
the
I forget.
characters remind me of like the Jawas from Star Wars.
Darkest Dungeon. That's what it was. Reminds me of Darkest Dungeon a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just looking at the characters as well for Wizard with a Gun. It reminds me of that Final Fantasy character. I think it was the Blue Mage, or what the hell is his name? He was in Final Fantasy. Which Final Fantasy was it? I can't think of what was his name. He was in Kingdom Hearts as well.
Mm.
Cloud.
No, no. What was his name?
Sephiroth.
No. See, I don't remember his name, and it's stupid. Uh,
Sid.
no, it's a black mage. It
Oh.
was
Yeah, I know what you're talking
it
about.
was a Final Fantasy. He was in Final Fantasy 9.
Yeah.
Vivi.
Vivi.
VV.
Had to be the Final Fantasy I skipped.
But yeah,
Yeah, so that one, yeah, I think we can all agree. It looks cool, but we will wait on it to say the least.
I mean, you're gonna wait on it.
Oh,
My check is
Baymax wants it right away.
Yep.
If the movie comes out, I'm all for it.
Exactly. Also, kind of reminded me of like a Desert Punk in a way. that kind of style.
Oh yeah.
True.
Desert Punk's such a good anime. If you guys haven't seen
call.
it, I would highly recommend that one. And next one I want to talk about, Gloomwood, is the one. This is one I'm actually looking forward to. Slated for 2022. Definitely an action game. Kind of has that almost like a like Doom or Hexen kind of feel to it, but looks a little more complex. Looks like there's a little bit more story to it. But definitely looks like a game, out of like the late 90s, early 2000s.
What do you think,
Yeah.
Baymax?
This reminds me of what's it called? Time Splitters.
Time
Like
Splitters, yeah.
that. Yeah, it reminds me of that. The graphics of it, but I don't know about this game. It's a 50-50 for this one for me.
Yeah, this looks like it would have been like an amazing game. Would have won all kinds of awards back in like 2005. But
Damn, fucking wrecked.
but that's just the style of it, and me,
Yeah.
I definitely like around that time was like my, prime gaming time. So I was playing just about everything that would come out. So I think this one's definitely my style. Does look older, but I think it's going to be a good game. I may be wrong, but I think it's going to be a good game. And it looks like a game that's not going to be too expensive either. I'm not sure. Is this a indie game? It definitely looks like.
I think it's an indie game.
It looks like an indie game.
Yeah, this is coming out from like a big developer.
Oh really?
No, I'm saying if it is, then
Oh, if it is.
what's wrong with you? No, I'm just joking. It just looks like the style of an indie game. I don't think a big developer would come out with something like this, but
yeah, there's some textures that could be addressed if it was from a big game company. Like I think they would have put a little bit more into it. I don't know. That's just me.
This reminds me literally of Time Splitters graphics.
Yeah, around that time, huh? Like PS2, Xbox 3, or original Xbox, kind of that style.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're watching the trailer right now. Looks. I mean, to me, yeah, it looks kind of old school, but yeah, I'm gonna get this one. I'm gonna put
When it comes out?
Yeah, I'm gonna put this on my my to buy list. I'm gonna heart it. I'm gonna purchase it. So yeah,
I just got to the part where they shotgunned those three wizards. Jesus.
Yeah, no, I'm watching it with you. Yeah,
I got
murdered. For you guys listening, follow along, pull up these trailers along with us if you can, unless you're going for like your your morning jog or whatever. But yeah, pull up these trailers. They're interesting to watch. This one's the Gloomwood E3 2021 gameplay, and yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I don't know what company. I should have looked up what company is putting this one out, if it's an indie game or not, but it looks pretty good. Actually, let me look it up real quick.
I don't think it's gonna be a heavy hitter. New Blood.
Gloomwood. Let's see. Come on, Steam. Okay. Who's producing it? Publisher is New Blood Interactive. I have no clue who that is.
It has to be a new company, but
oh, okay. Now look, they came out with games like a lot of the Steam games that are kind of like Doomish style, Dusk, Ultra Kill, a Medieval. So yeah, it's a lot of those kind of games. They all graphically look about the same. So
it looks like they're using like the Doom engine, the original Doom engine.
Something like that, yeah. Looks a little better than
Phasmo. Yeah.
Phasmo back in 2003.
Back in 2005, yeah.
There you go. And then, so moving on from Gloomwood, I think this is the only one that I enjoyed it. I feel like you guys aren't sold on Gloomwood just yet.
No, no, I'm sorry.
All right, let's get into what I know you guys are gonna like. That's when we threw on the list kind of late, but we definitely got to talk about it. Which is Metal Slug Tactics.
Ooh,
Yes, sir.
Metal Slug Tactics.
A new
It
Metal
got
Slug game.
announced yesterday.
Did it?
No, 2 days ago.
2 days ago? Okay. So yeah, we just heard about it, yesterday or day before?
Yeah, because I was watching the indie show for Switch, and we were just going through. I was going through the games to see what was there. Hardly anything caught my attention, but when they showed the artwork for Metal Slug, I was like, this can't be a new Metal Slug. I was like, no. And when they show everything else and it said Metal Slug Tactics at the end, I was like, let's go!
Oh yeah, dude, for sure. Yeah, when I was looking at this one, when you were watching the trailer for it, and then I saw the gameplay, I'm like, oh my god, this is like I was thinking in my head at the same time, this is like Final Fantasy Tactics, and then the name comes out as Metal Slug Tactics.
Tactics.
Same,
We were talking about that last night, yeah, on my stream.
yeah, same type of gameplay, but with Metal Slug. And Metal Slug, of course, a classic. What would it be, like a side-scrolling shooter, I guess.
Yeah,
Play
like a
those,
Yes.
platformer.
yeah, play those in the arcade. Played them on my Xbox, my OG Xbox, and had a ton of fun with them. So I'm sure this one's going to be a lot of fun too.
Hell yeah, I can't wait for it. SNK, I always love their games for Metal Slug and the way that their artwork is
Yeah.
for Metal Slug. Hands down, the best. But making it into a tactics, um, making it into a tactics game like Final Fantasy Tactics,
Yeah.
hands down is the best thing that they did
Yeah.
because it's something new. It's a franchise that everyone knows. It's something new that hasn't been done in a couple of years, other than Disgaea.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, and you're keeping true to the game with the artwork, animation styles, and everything, like that grungy, uh, like old style of what was it called, film, like war films and such.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Really cool, dude. I'm a huge SNK fan. I like the majority of what they put out in Metal Slug. I think is up there with some of their best work. So, Beardy, did you play the Metal Slug games when they're coming out in arcade and console?
Not in arcade, but definitely console. My brother and I put a lot of hours in this game, so I'm super excited about it. And kind of like what Baymax said, they really transitioned the style well from the 2D platformer to the overhead tactics style.
Yeah.
So it's literally like you're playing that old game with kind of newer, graphics and a new way to play it. So I'm super excited for it.
Yeah, definitely. I hope they have some kind of like co-op multiplayer mode that you can play on this too, because this would be fun to play. Like one of my favorite things with Metal Slug in general is playing with friends, where you can have a couple people playing at the
Right.
same time. So if they had that in Tactics, I think that'd be cool also.
Because it
Yeah.
would be cool. It would be cool, or have a head to head with friends.
Exactly. Yeah.
Set up your troops and then go head to head with your friends and such.
Yeah, if they don't do a co-op in this, it's really a missed opportunity. It lends itself so well to being played with friends, like all the games back in the day. So
Hmm. Hell yeah. Yeah, this one for sure. Picking up. I don't know if this is going to be a physical release or not. I don't know the.
Limited run, please.
Yes, if not physical limited run, please pick this one up and make a
Please,
lot of
for the
copies.
love of God.
Don't make 2,000 copies. Make a lot of copies.
yeah,
For the love of God, limited run, please. I beg of you. I'll even support you.
Yeah,
Just please.
yeah. Definitely would love a physical release of this one. If not, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna pick it up on Steam or whatever comes out and play the hell out of it. But
yeah. I mean, when this game came out, physical was super big, and I think they're gonna again a missed opportunity in a way to get a good amount of revenue for this game is to release it physically for all those people who are collectors or grew up with this game.
yeah. And so yeah, I guess we're all in agreement. This one's definitely one that we're picking up. We're gonna play it probably right off the bat, and it should be
100%.
some
That
fun.
and Advanced Wars, it's coming out for the Switch. I'm really
Yes,
excited about.
Yes, yeah, that's a good point. I was going to say this kind of falls almost like in that Advance Wars style of gameplay, but
Hmm.
Advance Wars is one of my favorites for GBA, and the new one, what is it coming out for? Is it on console? Is
I
it going
think
to be
it's
Switch?
it's for the
Switch only.
Switch only. Yeah,
Okay, but yeah, that should be awesome. I,
yeah.
I think what they can do now graphically on Switch, of course, compared to GBA back in the day, it's going to look really amazing. So that
Yep.
with the awesome gameplay I already had, definitely looking forward to Advance Wars also. A couple more games I want to go into. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. That's one that's kind of been talked about for a while now. It's almost looks. I don't know if it's a sequel, but definitely has the same style as Turtles in Time.
Yep.
And I grew up a big Turtle fan. So, what do you guys think about that one?
Well, Ninja Turtles doesn't, sound right, but no. Ninja Turtles, I always loved it, and it has that same graphics as the Turtles in Time.
Yeah,
Well, same aspect of it. Hands down, I think I would be getting that when it launches.
yeah. How about you, Beardy? You think you'd pick that one up?
That was probably another one I'd probably wait for a Steam sale on. I wasn't a huge Turtles fan growing up. We didn't really have that game around the house, so it's not something I really grew up with.
Oh,
The
really?
movies, though, yeah, I've
You didn't
seen
watch
all the
the
movies.
cartoon when you were a kid?
No, it was what were we watching? I don't remember, but it wasn't Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I don't know what it was, but it wasn't them turtles.
It wasn't them turtles. I don't remember them turtles.
Yeah, it's odd concept, man. When you think about it, and like fighting turtles. But yeah, I was a big fan. I don't know why I got into it as a kid, but I was a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan. And Turtles in Time, I think one of my favorite games for SNES back in the day. Love that game. Beat it multiple times. I probably should pull it up and play it again soon. And Shredder's Revenge kind of looks like it takes a page from that and just puts it in a modern aspect. But the gameplay still looks pretty much what it did back in the 90s. And I think that's what they were going for, is that 90s kind of look,
Mhm.
that 90s look. So
The
uh,
'90s nostalgia filter, basically.
yeah, exactly. So we'll see. That one it looks like it's going to be multiplayer. So being able to play, like I say, it comes out on Steam, being able to play with your friends, I think that's going to be fun. I think this is
Yeah,
when
with
you're going
the
to see a lot being streamed.
the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I can see it. I think definitely for retro streams, but I think just streams in general. I think people are going to want to play this and do multiplayer and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can see that as well. Because especially with well, if they add the online play to it,
Mhm.
having four people playing Ninja Turtles. Oh, hell yes! It's gonna be like a Scott Pilgrim game, man.
Yeah. What was your go-to turtle back in the day, Bay?
It would be Mikey.
Mikey. Nice.
Yep.
Why am I not surprised?
Well, shut up.
Yeah, my favorite probably Raphael. I liked his edginess.
Him and his
His
edginess.
edginess. And then the last game before we get into the hardware portion of the hardware finale of this episode, I guess I should say, is one you brought up, Baymax, Demon Throttle.
Oh my god, Demon Throttle, man!
So
It's like
yeah, you go,
it's a bullet hell type of game. Um, it has the graphics of like a Super Nintendo game, but whole. It reminds me of what type of bullet games? Those ship games. Some anime games have them as well,
mhm.
but it legitly it's like a Super Nintendo game, but modern.
Oh, okay.
I literally cannot wait for this game. It caught my attention, and I was like, I'm throwing my wallet towards the screen. I'm like, give it to me, give it to me.
Is this going to be indie game also that you know of?
It's gonna be a special reserve game that Devolver. It's gonna be done by Special Reserve, but it's made by Devolver Digital.
Hmm.
Um, that it's basically a physical. It's gonna come out physical only. But I doubt they're gonna have anything coming out for Steam or anything. I could be wrong. But I haven't seen it on Steam or anywhere else. It's gonna be probably a Switch exclusive.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking on this one on specialreservegames.com, and
Hmm.
it looks pretty awesome, dude. The style of it, it looks like a Super Famicom game. It kind of has that style to it, like
Right?
very, very cool that they would bring something like this out. And was this maybe 2021, 22?
I think it's 22. It comes out in 22.
Yeah,
I know there's gonna be like, I think is a $10 difference between the regular edition and the collector's edition.
collectors.
But
Okay.
so because I know it's like $40 and some change for the collector's edition, but just it's a game that you could pick up and put down easily
Yeah.
as well. So you could go around shooting, goes side scroll. You're technically going
Oh, okay.
up the screen. So it's like a side scroller, but the other way.
It's an up
An up
scroller.
scroller.
Up scroller. There
There
you
you go. Got him.
Nailed it.
go. Yeah. But hands down, Demon Throttle and forever physical. Hands down.
Yeah,
Never digital.
I like that quote they have there. Never digital. Always.
Only physical, never digital. Pre-order now.
They said, "I spit on your digital poo."
I digitally spit on your digital copy.
Beardy, what do you think about this style of game? I know it's a little more old school, but do you think you'd play something like this?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't pick this one up. It's just not kind of my kind of game. But I do like the art style. The graphics are really, really nice and updated. So it's the game is clearer than what you would be playing on a SNES or something like that.
Yeah, definitely
So I
looks
think it's
cleaner
going to do really well for those kinds of fans.
for us old folk. Yeah, no, it looks good. Looks good. I have not heard about this game until Baymax brought it up, but I think I am gonna definitely get this one.
I freaked out when I saw it.
And for the
When I
Switch
saw it,
too, right?
uh-huh. That's the best thing. And it's for the Switch. You could do local co-op as well.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so I think there's online co-op as well. They're gonna be adding. You
Oh,
never
there we go.
know.
Hey, dual streams, man. I'm down for it if you are.
Hell yeah!
This looks like a lot of fun if you can do co-op.
Hey, if they don't add online co-op, I will literally drive down to you with my copy and be like, "Yo, let's stream this."
Let's do it. Yeah. So me and Bay kind of on board with this one. Beardy not so much.
I'm getting snacks apparently.
But yeah, it's depending on your style. If you're not into like the old school Super Nintendo, Super Famicom style, it might not be for you. But if so, then if you're into retro games, probably be up your alley.
We'll commission Beardy to do some little artwork for
That I
a
can
video.
do.
And so now onto the hardware. We talked about this a little bit in one of previous episodes, but we'll get into it since it's coming out. Looks like it's set for December 2021. We'll see if that date holds true. Maybe, maybe not. But it's the Steam Deck, and we talked a little bit about this last time. But what are you guys' thoughts on Steam Deck, and if you're going to get it or not?
Beardy.
Probably not. I already have a Switch and a PC that can run Steam, so it's not a huge thing for me. It's another expensive something that I already have, so I probably won't pick it up. Plus, I kind of want to see how the first gen is and see what all the bugs and stuff are. So I'll probably grab it maybe second or third gen.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, how about you, Baymax?
I'm torn on it. Like, don't get me wrong, it'll be great to have. Like I want it. I'm still on the fence on pre-ordering it still. It's only like $5 down to pre-order on the 256 gig one that's like $529.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing, and let's say if somebody doesn't have a PC, it's a good thing that they could pick up
Yeah.
and they could play with friends that actually have PCs and such. But at the same time, that price point, it's
Yeah.
like you could build a PC in that price point, but
That's true.
trying to
Yeah.
get PC parts, and some of the states are banning gaming PCs.
Yeah.
So
What?
yeah, California, Colorado banned buying Alienware computers.
That's crazy. I'm glad I moved out of California.
There's
No,
certain
but you
reasons
could
why they're
build it.
banning it, though. I think it's due to some of the parts just being like not up to par.
No, the reason why it's I know we're going off topic a little bit, but the reason why is because it's sucking up too much energy.
Yeah.
But it's these people that freaking are running bit mining machines that are just running them 24/7 and freaking dragging up electricity costs.
Yeah.
But back to the Steam Deck, but hands down, I would probably get it. Like if I was chilling in bed, I don't want to get on my PC and like it's super hot and I have the fan on me. Yeah, I'll have the Steam Deck to play like Dead by Daylight and so on.
I wonder how good you can be, though, because I mean, for me, like something like Dead by Daylight, it's difficult enough to play on your PC on a mouse and keyboard, and then playing it on the Steam Deck. I don't know. Just look at a little screen with,
I mean,
your
Baymax already plays with a controller, so he's
yeah.
set.
Well, Baymax's skill probably won't be impacted by it, but for us
potato skills.
for us mouse and keyboard players. No, I don't know if I would have fun playing a lot of the games on the Steam Deck. It's not something, honestly, I don't think I would get if I didn't have a PC and I wanted to kind of like play games with you guys. Yeah, I'd probably get it. But I have a PC, like Beardy mentioned. I have a Switch that I don't even really play portables. So to me, it doesn't really make sense. So yeah, I think it's impressive hardware. I think it's gonna be for a specific audience who will get a lot of use out of it. Either that, or it's just gonna be the next Ouya. And it's gonna be one or the other. It's gonna be a success, or it's gonna be the next Ouya. And
or
it's gonna be
or
a
their
Vita.
Steam Link. It's gonna be like their Steam Link and it dies down and they're gonna sell it for like $1.
that the controller?
No, the Steam Link was it the controller? No.
I know there's
They
on the
had
controllers for like $5 at one point.
Yeah, so they sold the controllers, and then there was um their console type where you could just hook it up to your computer and Wi-Fi, and play your games off of that.
Oh, okay.
That's something that they had, but
It failed.
it literally failed, and they were selling it for like $5 or $1.
Oh shit.
On like
hilarious.
Black Friday.
At that point, for collecting purposes, I would get it. Anytime I wanted to get their shitty looking controller for $5 when they had it, but it sold out pretty quickly. Just to have to collect, at that price point, you're like, why not? I bought a Ouya. I don't play it, but it's there in box.
You have a Ouya?
I have an Ouya, yeah, complete in box with an extra controller, complete in box.
Dude, I didn't even know you had one when I was there at your house.
Yeah, it's up on one of my shelves. I display it proudly.
Well then,
honestly, what I did with it is when I bought it, I wanted it just because I knew it was going to be one of those items that later on is kind of hard to find because it did kind of flop. But I also wanted it to be like an emulator station. But come to find out, it's not even great for that either. Like it just failed on all facets. Like even as an emulator, it's not the greatest. You might as well just put them on a Raspberry Pi or something. So
Raspberry Pi is faster than the Ouya.
Probably, yeah. The Ouya software is just trash too. It's not very good.
I don't know. I think I might pick up an Ouya eventually.
Yeah, for if you want to collect it, yeah.
Or if you want to say Ouya a lot.
Ouya.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Sponsored by Macho Man Randy Savage.
TM.
TM.
But yeah, so that's the last one. We're going to talk about the Steam Deck coming out December 2021. Looks like I don't know. Baymax, do you think you'll get it right away, or you know, wait for a sale, wait for a different version?
I would probably wait for a sale because I have my gaming PC and I'll probably get it if I was traveling more.
Yeah,
That I'm probably going to be traveling more. You never know.
True.
Going to different conventions once more for retro game hunting.
Yeah.
But it's a 50-50.
Okay. So we got it's a no from me and Beardy, and then a 50-50 from Baymax. So hopefully it does
Order
well.
now.
Order now. Affiliate link in the description. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, it is what it is. But any other games, consoles upcoming, anything here at late 2021, 2022 that you guys want to bring up, talk about?
Ghostwire.
Ghost Rider.
Ghostwire.
Oh, Wire.
Ghost Typer? But no. I mean, other than they're probably coming out with as well the House of the Dead remake for the Switch.
Yeah.
Oh, and one other thing, I know this is a little off topic. There's a arcade one up. It's the Big Buck Hunter one. I didn't know that they came out.
Yeah.
I was thinking if it could be
Oh
reprogrammed
my god.
and switched to House of the Dead 1 or 2 to see if it actually works with those guns.
I knew you were going with that right away. Yeah, that'd be awesome, dude. Honestly, something I think I would like because since it uses the shotguns, something I would like to see even more is if you can turn it into a Carnival arcade machine. Did you ever play that one?
Ooh,
that one used the shotguns. That would be amazing.
You never know.
Oh
it's like
man,
$600, but
yeah. Speaking of arcade one-ups, I was thinking about getting the Marvel vs. Capcom from Best Buy. It has that light-up marquee with the custom riser, and then it has the seat too, a little bar stool, and it's like
for how much?
I think it's like $5 something.
I think GameStop has it at the same price as well.
Yeah,
but I think I get a discount with it.
Walmart has one, but it's the X-Men versus Street Fighter cabinet, and I think it has 3 games. The Marvel versus Capcom has 5, but the X-Men versus Street Fighter, I don't think that one has the bar stool or the light up marquee. So
they wouldn't. The ones that Walmart, I haven't seen those.
Yeah,
come with the bar stool. Or
they get
anything.
like the cheaper ones, huh?
Yeah,
but yeah, I figure because that one is like 300 something, and the one that with the light up marquee and the bar stool and all that kind of stuff is I think 5 something. It's like $200 more, and you get a much better system. So I was thinking about getting that one. We'll see. If I do, you'll see it on my stream on Twitch behind me. I'll toss out this.
I'll buy that off of you. Don't throw out your final fight.
But yeah, my final fight. No, I'm not gonna throw it out. It's just gonna go like off to the side. It's gonna go.
I'll buy it off of you. Don't worry.
Yeah. I probably would need to, dude. I think I would need to sell it. I'm running out of room here, my game room. Not to flex or anything, but
well, we need to help you organize your game room.
I'm gonna try to do that this weekend. We'll see. It's so much to do, man. Game rooms are no joke.
Give me time. I'll drive down after starting my new job. I'll drive down and help you out.
Yeah, dude. We need to make a plan for all of us to get together again.
Dibs.
He does.
Yeah. I don't live that far.
Yeah. We should make a plan though for all of us to get together again, either for a convention or just whatever,
Level Up Expo.
Level Up Expo as well. We'll talk about this as well.
Some filler bonus content for you guys, but
behind the scenes.
But yeah, so that's gonna wrap up episode 8 of the Modern Gaming Weekly podcast. Didn't mess up the title that time, and
nice.
So Bearded, go ahead and let people know where they can find you online.
Everywhere at Bearded Jalapeno, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter. That's about it.
And Baymax, where can people find you online?
OnlyFans? No. Nah, you can find me on Twitch as Brown Baymax, on Instagram as brownbaymax.tv, or on Twitter as brownbaymax_TV.
All right, and then we'll throw a shout out to our member of the podcast that's now with us today, Bento Box Senpai. Make sure to give him a follow. He's out of town, so he wasn't able to record with us today, but go give him a follow, Bento Box Senpai on Twitch, and you'll probably get his links for his other socials there. And for myself, the Able Geek on Twitter. You can also follow me on Twitch, and I also have a Instagram set up for the podcast, Modern Gaming Weekly. Just search that, give us a follow. Post some behind the scenes stuff, as well as our Patreon that's launched now. And we do a lot of videos, audio bloopers, behind the scenes pictures, things like that for the Patreon. So check it out. Just search patreon.com/Modern Gaming Weekly and support the show if you like. Well, guys, that's going to be it for episode number 8. You guys have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week. Later.
Bye.
Nerd.